Hi! Welcome back. I'm Romica Spiegl-Jones. I'm an illustrator and designer based in Manchester. And today I want to show you the Manchester School of Art degree show 2017 with a specific focus on illustration because that's the main part I was interested in, and there were several reasons why I went there. So first, of course, I wanted to see what great work was there and what other inspiring young illustrators create there. And then on the other hand, of course, because my design course is a graphic design course and illustration is just a pathway, I find it kind of hard to get inspiration from how to display illustration work. So we didn't have many illustrators in our degree show of my own course. So it was really nice to see how other illustrators exhibited their work. And I learned a lot, and I did take some notes, and I'll show you all the beautiful things I've seen. Don't be sad if your work is not there. I just chose whatever spoke to me personally, and of course this is very subjective. And yeah, these are the things. I start, I think, with art history, and then it goes to visual arts, then 3D graphics a little bit, and then illustrations. So if you're interested in illustration, stay until the end, because that's when illustration will come. And I've seen some really nice work there. It's such a visual treat, so if you still have time, I hope you can make it. I think it's until the 21st of June, and I think that's also their open day, so just that you know. Okay, well, while I show you all of this, I'll also talk to you about what I found was very helpful in setting up a degree show. So I noticed what seemed to be a very good idea, to have business cards in a little cardboard container, and I think this comes usually when you order cards, and better companies, they will send you a nice little cardboard box where your business cards can be in. And these cardboard boxes were actually on eye level, and I think that was one of the main differences between my degree show in Salford and the Manchester School of Arts degree show. Business cards were much more visible, I think. They were on eye level, and I think that makes a huge difference, because if you have to kind of look down, bend down and grab a business card somehow, I don't know, are we just in lazy century, but I was less likely to take them. And next, illustrations were on mounting board. Is that correct? I don't know if this is the right term. But basically, not everything was just purely flat on the wall. It was had a little bit dimension, because it was on certain illustrations were on mounting board basically, and I think that really helped to stand out. And I think this is something I'd like to try for my own degree show next year. Next, there were very big posters, and maybe this seems obvious, but the bigger the work, the more eye-catching it is. Yeah, I've noticed that in my degree show a lot of things, some of them have been really small, and I feel like there wasn't enough to grab your attention. And again, I think eye level is really important, and I've seen some really great work which you will see at the end. And they also had little shelves, and I thought, well, this depends obviously on your venue, what you can do and what you can't. But these little shelves, again, quite like maybe hip level, I would say, were places where they had concertina books, or just books on display, tactile things, and I think that really stood out because it's really physically coming out into the space, right, from the wall, so that was really effective too. So next is something that I've not seen so often, but I thought was a really good idea. It's freebies, for example stickers, and I thought, what a great idea to stay in people's minds, because I mean, yeah, certain people might take your business card, but a cool free sticker, I thought that was a really good idea. And then of course postcards were there as usual, but I thought stickers were a really good idea. So, and then another thing was to not just have purely posters, but also have maybe one bigger illustration closer to the ground. So this is also breaking the grid somehow. It obviously depends on the exhibition design, but I felt there was one illustrator which you will see, and I know you will notice when you see that this is really effective. I think she had one girl cut out, one illustration of a girl on the far end left corner of her wall closer to the bottom, and it was really effective. I think this really draws you because it's kind of different to the rest. So what else? Yeah, I mean, this is probably taste, and I don't know if, depending on school, if there are certain rules that you have to follow, but oh my goodness, like these portfolios, I mean, okay, I'm not an industry expert, I'm a student myself, but from learning about children's book illustration, for example, if you have just a black portfolio, your work has to be really interesting for a person to just pick it up. And there was another portfolio I found which wasn't just black in a black boring folder without anything on top, just a name card. It was it was bound, I think, with stitches, or I don't really know exactly how it was done, but it was different paper. It didn't have a black cover, and funny enough, this is from an illustrator I actually follow, and she had her degree show there. I think she's doing graphics, and so yeah. Anyways, I think you know who you are. If you're watching this, you will see your work somewhere in this video, and I really liked it, so that's cool, and I like your portfolio, and I think that makes a big difference, because if everything is just black and I don't know, it just didn't inspire me to even pick it up. And often, of course, there's no space for you to just have your portfolio open, so I think it's definitely good to have something that is a bit different. And yeah, if you bind it yourself, that's even better, of course. So this is just my personal opinion, my personal impression. So I said already about eye level or hip level, that makes a huge difference. I guess we should all know this from general advertising and selling, but somehow I feel like this sometimes gets forgotten about in degree shows, but that worked really well in this degree show. So yeah, what I noticed as well, if books don't seem inviting, meaning they're not open or they don't seem like you're allowed to open them, they're in a position where you can easily open them, it's very unlikely for people to open them. Yeah, so I personally am really interested in children's books and books in general, so I'm the person who would do it anyways, but I've noticed that certain things just don't work as well. So I think a book should be either on a little stand or somehow open already, so people have less inhibition to just open it and flick through. So, because otherwise they will not see much of your work. And then lastly, I think, yeah, promotional material, if you, for example, have a book, to create a poster that goes along with it, or stickers that go along with it. Now I'm speaking specifically about book illustration, but this is definitely an area that I paid a lot of attention to when I went to this degree show, and I've noticed that people who had books exhibited, their promotional material was good and definitely eye-catching. If I would just quickly recap, I think big is better, have promotional material there, have freebies, go all out, try to break the grid in sense of, if the whole exhibition design is the same but you have freedom, then I would add something at the bottom or top to somehow, yeah, draw people's eyes in. And yeah, eye or hip level seems to be really important, although maybe this is kind of, yeah, a no-brainer, but for me this was was more clear when I saw this. If you have books, definitely make them really inviting to open, or they're already open. And yeah, maybe if you can, and if it's allowed, do something else than a standard black portfolio, because it's, yeah, it's all the same, and people are less likely, I think, to pick it up. Except they have seen your name and they know specifically they want to see that portfolio. But then again, I mean, this probably depends on the space and whatever, but this is just my own impression. And yeah, getting off the 2D space, having little shelves if possible, seems to be really effective as well. So yeah, and having your business cards on eye level as well, because if they're somewhere at the bottom, they're just not being seen and they will be forgotten. Plus, yeah, this is all. I hope this was not too repetitive. I just wanted to recap again what I thought. Yeah, so I hope you, yeah, I don't know, had luck with your degree show. You could, yeah, you felt satisfied with it and it was nice. So congratulations to all the Manchester School of Art graduates. You had really amazing work on display. I really loved it. Quite excited for my own degree show now. And yeah, thank you for working so hard for 3 years. And I really hope you have a really bright future. And for all of you who are still in uni or just going to uni, yeah, definitely learn from other people and their degree shows and see what you like and what you can do better. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you next time. Bye!